Check. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
I hope you're doing well.
Yes, we are.
I can see Ryan, Wendy, Michael David, Mickey Mouse, Casey, Debris, Brad, and Gabriel.
Yes.
How are you doing, Gabriel?
Fine, thank you.
Are we ready for science and technology? Okay, today in science and technology, I want you to look around where you are, just where you are, and identify the things that are next to you. Michael, what can you see around you?
Curtains.
The curtains, good. Wendy, what are you able to see? A clock. Gabriel, what are you able to see? Yes, Gabriel?
A couch.
What?
A couch.
A couch. Avril, what are you able to see? Avril?
Some pictures here.
Yes, what about Angel? Angel, what are you able to see? Deborah? Deborah, are you able to see?
I can see some books.
There are books there. Books. Samantha.
Window.
The window got brown. Got
Bed.
a bed. Okay. Now, Wendy, what are you able to see?
Television.
A television. Very well. Okay, now we are going to look at what you are able to see and find out how we call these things in science. Now, if you look at what you have said you're able to see, you'll realize that all those things you're talking about there is a space they take. Is it? The clock takes up some space, the television takes up some space in your house, the books takes up some space, the bed also takes up some space. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, all these things that occupy space in life are called matter. Can you say matter? Again, matter. Now, matter in science is anything that occupies space and has form. For example, we have things like water. We have water. We have air. And we have gases. So, examples of matter are water. Say after me, water. Air. And gases. Now, if you look at the three things we have talked about, you'll realize that they don't look alike. For example, things like water, juice, tea are all in liquid form. They are called liquids. Can you say liquids? You can see me?
I can see you. And I can hear you loud and clear.
Very good, Lewis. So, water, juice, I was saying water, juice, Things like petrol, and paraffin are all in liquid form. They are all in liquid form. Can you say liquid form?
Liquid form.
Again?
Liquid form.
Then we have things like air. Can you say air? Now air is we cannot see air, but sometimes we see trees swaying. We see trees swaying and you say it's windy. So when you say it's windy, there is something that is making those trees sway, and that is air which is moving, and that's why we call moving air wind. Now air is also a state of matter, but we cannot touch it, yet it occupies some space. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, have you ever wondered how your gas cylinder, the ones that you use in the kitchen, work? Now, the gas cylinder in the house is filled up with some gas, and that gas is what is used for lighting the cooker. So the cylinder has got some shape. So the air inside that cylinder takes the shape of that cylinder. Are we together?
Yes.
Then we have solids. Solids are things like your bed, books, pencils, the ugali that you eat. How many of you like ugali? Okay, I've seen Casey. Yes, I've seen Casey. Casey loves ugali. God loves ugali. Okay, how many of you love pizza? How many of you love avocado? Okay, now all those things are solid. They are solid. If you take an avocado and put it on a plate, it will take some space. True or false?
True.
Yes. So solids are also part and parcel of matter. So we can say the states of matter are solids, liquids, and gases. Can you repeat after me?
Yes.
Say after me. States of matter are solids and gases. So solids, can you see the board?
Yes.
Okay, so states of matter are solid, liquids, and gases. Okay, give me examples of solids that you know. Yes, Bradley? A plate, Gabriel? Stones, very good. Wendy? You wanted to say stones? There's so many. Yes? Wendy? Soap, very well. Angel? Angel is thinking. Caleb? Rocks, very good. Got brown. Cups. Casey? Casey? Books. Deborah.
Food.
Food. Very good. Ryan. Very well. Tamara. Yes, Tamara. Very well. What about liquids? Examples of liquids? Examples of liquids? Yes, Michael David? Juice? Yes, Avril? Avril, examples of liquids? Soda, very good. Yes, Ryan Moy. Water, yes. Lewis.
He took my answer.
Okay, Lewis, you can always think very fast of another liquid form. Milk. Yes, Ryan.
He took my answer.
He also took your answer. Now, we are all taking everybody else's answer. Now, you'll realize something, that when you look into that house, you'll realize there are so many other types of liquid. Why haven't you told me about detergents? Washing detergents? They are there. And they take forms in a container. Now, let's see why we say that matter occupies space. We are going to look at an example. Here, I have a glass. Are we all seeing it? Now, this glass looks empty. It looks very empty. But inside it, what do you think is inside this glass? What do you think is inside this glass? Oh! How many people are saying there's nothing? Put up your hand if you are saying there's nothing. Yes, Wendy? There is air. Now, can we clap for Wendy? Yes, because inside this glass there is air. Remember I said it is very difficult to see air. It's almost impossible. We can't see air, but air occupies space. So inside this glass there is air. So that is one form of matter. Now I want to do something with this same glass. Okay. Now what's inside here? Nothing? There's nothing? Okay, Angel. Angel, what is inside here? Very good. So inside here there is water. Now water has taken the shape of this glass. Are we together? If I take this water and put it inside something else, it's going to take the shape of that container. Are we together?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Then I can still do this. What can you see inside here? There is detergent. So inside here we are having solids. Let me ask you something. Between this container and this container, which one is carrying a solid and which one is carrying a liquid? Yes, Michael David? The one with soap is carrying solids or liquids? Yes, Wendy? clap for Wendy? Good. Now, I want to ask you something. Are your tears, when you cry, are tears solid or they are liquid? Yes. When you cry, you shed tears. Yes. Are your tears solid or liquid? Samantha? They are liquid. Can you clap for Samantha? Yes. Tamara? Hello, Tamara? Tamara? Tamara, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Tamara, please name any liquid that you know. Water? Yes, Tamara. Water. What about you, Ryan?
Milk.
Milk? Very good. Now, nobody had thought about milk, yet all of you love taking milk, and yet milk is a liquid. So can we clap for Ryan? Very well. So today we have learned that on earth we are surrounded by matter, and matter can be in the form of solids, liquids, and gases. Very well. Now, in your house, I will want you to identify things and group them in either solids, liquids, and gases. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, you'll realize something. When I'm talking about states of matter, earlier we had looked at pollution. These things that are called matter can also be agents of pollution. For example, sometimes when you walk outside your house and you're walking in the streets, you'll find paper thrown everywhere. So many things have been thrown here and there. If matter is left in a place where it is not required, then it causes pollution. Sometimes we pollute the air that we breathe through one, smoke from industries, then we have exhaust fumes from vehicles. For example, if your parent's vehicle is having a mechanical problem, you'll see a lot of smoke from it. Is it?
Yes.
Now that smoke does occupy air, and therefore it pollutes the environment. In terms of liquids, when you see water that has been contaminated, for example, if oil spills inside water, then things like fish will have problems surviving. Why? Because they cannot get oxygen that they need to breathe. So, taking care of matter is very, very important. One, we must ensure that these solids, these liquids, and even the gases that are there in the universe are taken care of well for the sake of us living without having any health problems. Are we together, boys and girls?
Yes.
Very good. Now, again, later on, I will want you to download pictures from your gadgets, print them, and then you'll keep them on your portfolio. At the same time, I want you to watch videos about states of matter.
So what are we printing?
You'll be printing pictures on states of matter. You can print pictures on types of liquids, types of solids, and at the same time, types of gases. For example, you have smoke.
Okay.
Have we all understood? Now, in an event that you cannot print those pictures, then you should not get worried. That's why you've got artistic skills. I know you are very good at drawing. So you can draw these pictures and then color them and then put them inside your portfolio. But ensure that you take a picture of what work you've done and then let me see.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes?
I can't hear you.
Are you hearing me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear. No, I can't.
Angel?
I can hear you, but it's not clear.
Uh-huh.
I can hear you loud and clear. Me too.
Okay.
Don't forget to increase your volume. Stop copying. That's why it's on your network.
Okay. Is everybody able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Very well. So I hope you've got the activity that you're supposed to do today. That is grouping items around you in either solids, liquids, and number 2
How many of them?
are 5 per each.
Okay.
Then download pictures explaining more about these states of matter. Are we together?
Yeah.
Casey, are we together?
Yeah.
Very, very well. Is there anybody with a question? Have we all understood? Yes, Samantha. Samantha has a question.
Excuse me, teacher. Which page is it? 104.
Yes, page 106.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Do we send to you the work?
Again, I'm not getting you well.
Do we send the work?
Yes. Yes, you're supposed to send the work. Now, let's look at page 106. Are we there, everyone?
Yes.
106. Are we there? Gabriel, are you there on page 106? Gabriel? Bradley? Yes, can somebody read for us what is matter? Who is going to read for us that? Yes, Michael David?
In our environment are in various forms. They are solid, liquid, and gases. These things occupy space and are called matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. All things we find around us are matter. Examples of matter are buildings, furniture, people, plants, and water taps. Trees, flags, and clothes drying on the landscape in the presence of wind. Wind is moving air. We cannot see air, but we can feel it. Air is made up of many gases, water, energy, milk, and other liquids. The states of matter. Solids, liquids, and gases are three states of matter.
Very well. Clap for Michael. Okay. Now, before we go to the exercise of identifying matter in our environment, let's see exactly whether you can categorize these forms of things in the environment in either liquids, solids, or gases. Now, if you look at activity 4.4, just down there, categorizing matter in the environment into solids, liquids, and gases. Somebody read that instruction. Who is going to read for us the instruction? Yes, Ryan? Ryan?
The following are examples of matter. Observe examples of matter in your environment. Add them to the list below. Look them into solid, liquid, and gases.
We are going to go to the first column where we have books, ink, trees, stream, kerosene, and smoke. Now, where do we categorize books?
Teacher?
Where do we categorize books? Ryan Mwai? Solids. Very well. Good, Ryan. What about ink? Avril? Ink. Ink?
Ink is a part of liquid.
It's a liquid. Very good, Avril. What about trees? Casey?
It's a solid.
Very good, Casey. What about a stream? What about a stream, Gabriel? Gabriel?
Stream is liquid.
Very well, Gabriel. What about kerosene? Caleb?
Kerosene is liquid.
Very good, Gabriel. What about smoke? Gad? Smoke is a gas. Very well. Now let's look at category number 2. Sand, stones, animals, air, firewood, and salt. Where do we categorize sand? Sand? Yes, Wendy?
Solid.
Very good, Wendy. Stones? Tamara?
Solid.
Stones are solid. Now, I think you've now understood how to categorize these things in our environment in either solids, liquids, and gases. So I'm so sure that this exercise, when you'll be doing your assignment, you'll find it easier to categorize things. And please don't stop at that. In the house, you can play a game of identifying things and categorizing them in either solids, liquids, or gases. And this game can be played very well with our parents. Just find out whether our parents can still remember what they learned in school when they were young as you are. And you'll be so amazed. Yes? Yes, Avril?
Sometimes I ask my parents some questions for grade 4 and they say they can't remember them.
Oh, now you can understand.
Like my brother. Yes, like my brother.
Now, you cannot blame them. You cannot blame your parents or your older siblings because they were in school so many years back. But there are some things they know which you also don't know. Is that true?
Yes.
So can you clap for your parents because they knew these things before you knew them?
But they don't know them now.
And it is your duty to remind them of the same. How many of you are going to help your parents remember what they did in grade 4 in science and technology? Thank you. See you. Have a wonderful afternoon and keep safe. It was lovely meeting you. Bye-bye.